in Atlanta.
All right, thank you very much, Marv. Inside the NBA, presented by Kia, comes your way just moments from now. And so, with New Orleans' win tonight, the only winless team, the Sacramento Kings.
Wow, that's a shocker, too.
It's, we've got a lot to do on the show coming up, but the thing that I'm really looking forward to is our favorite game show. You know what I'm talking about.
No, not who he played for.
You know what I'm talking about at home. You know what I'm talking about.
You don't even know who Kevin Durant played for right now.
He don't play.
So many people moved around.
Come on, man.
Inside comes your way now.
Come on, man.
This is going to be too hard. I'm siding with you, Chuck. This ain't fair.
Yeah, that's the way I feel too. Andre, I have such a hard time concentrating on the first 4 segments of this show, knowing what's coming up in the 5th segment of the show.
Ernie, little step I take.
Yeah.
I'm a little nervous because I have not watched a preseason game.
You didn't watch one?
Yeah, but
I'm not want to watch a bunch of waiters and bartenders.
But
play
here's
basketball.
the deal, Chuckster. If you watch the first week of the NBA season, you get an idea of where people.
No, because the people you're going to put on.
Ernie, we were traveling 2 of those days.
Oh, I know we were.
I know.
No, I just imagine the people on this list were not getting the game.
I know, but we got to wait till segment 5.
Let's see.
Okay.
5?
Yeah.
Oh, you're killing us.
I'm on shock
Anyway.
the world tonight.
Yeah, you are. Anyway, happy Halloween, everybody. And we still haven't scared Kenny, even though there's now a big spider up there on the rim.
This is the corniest.
Yo, man, this is for the kids.
That's
It's not for the kids.
scary,
First of all, there's
too.
no kids here.
There's kids watching.
No,
really
but
scary.
There's no spider web.
Are you trying to say your kids ain't watching you on TV?
All I'm trying to say is they're not going to be scared by a basketball with a sheet on it.
Kenny's a party pooper. Yes, he continues to be a party
Come on,
pooper.
man. Why you?
Man, we make a lot of money around. We can make better decorations than this.
We make a lot of money.
Next year, we're going to scare a bunch of people in here.
Come on, man.
Hey, should we do some highlights? Sure, we should.
Just saw the game.
I know, but not everybody has. They've been out trick-or-treating. You know, they dress like J.J. Reddick
I
did.
would not have let him in the arena.
You know, as Emmett from the Lego movie, as a matter of fact.
He better shoot the ball well today.
Gary Harris.
Oh, get that.
He meant that. He meant that. Nice feed here. Look at the Joker at the Paul Millsap.
It was interesting watching Denver play tonight.
What was interesting?
No sense of urgency. A team that, Ken, they're a good team, but they don't have that natural born killer that's going to make them play hard every single night.
Hey, the Duke product, Frank Jackson, came out and scored 10 points off the bench in the first quarter as New Orleans got it going, and Brandon Ingram's had a nice start to the season here for New Orleans, despite the 1-loss record.
Yes, he's scoring
What
the
does
ball.
that mean?
He's scoring the ball.
What does that mean? Despite, actually, you have to count the 1-loss record.
I know. Well, I'm just saying he's played well, even in some losses. That was Jeremy Grant, by the way. Drew Holiday back in the lineup after missing a couple of games with a sore knee.
Yeah, you're right, Chuck. Just that body language.
Yeah, they just like, we got the better team. We think we can show up and win.
No,
Brandon Ingram again.
you can't show up.
You can't do that if you're going to win it. Then you got to get good habits. You just can't show up. I know they're bored to death or this early in the season.
A Zion sighting. And then Jackson Hayes.
I like Jackson Hayes. He got a lot of talent. Got to learn how to play, but he got a lot of talent.
And New Orleans starts pulling away late.
I love what Jahlil Okafor has done to transform his body.
Well, you got to give Alvin Gentry and David Griffin a lot. They put a good team together. Once Zion can come back.
Okafor with the steal and the finish.
He couldn't have done that last year.
The Pelicans finish off the Denver Nuggets
I was really
by a score of 122 to 107.
It was great to see Michael Porter out there because I've been waiting to see this kid play.
Yep.
I'm going to limb, Chuck. They're gonna make the playoffs.
Ooh, Denver.
The New Orleans Pelicans.
Oh, listen, now see, now you're just going dope.
They're gonna make the 8th seed.
You've been eating and drinking in the back there.
I'm telling you, 8th seed.
He got no chance of being an 8th
When he
seed.
comes back.
Wait, did you know? I clearly didn't hear Ernie say that was their first win.
I understand, but they have a win.
Well, the only thing holding them up is the
They're on a winning
Sacramento
streak.
Kings.
They're on a winning
No,
streak.
what is not a streak?
What is the streak?
No, it's not.
Michael
Starts the streak.
Michael Malone, head coach of the Denver Nuggets. You know, they talked about their pace of play, and they're like last in the league in pace of play, second to last in fast break points. He said, look, I don't want to get carried away with any of that stuff. He said,
you better get carried away with it.
He said, I just want us to be a very good defensive team and efficient offensively. He says the good defense will lead to transition. The defense tonight was not good for Denver. They allow 53% shooting. They allow 37 fast break points, and New Orleans runs them out.
It's just they didn't look like
they were into it.
They were just like, we got a better team. And Chris Webber talked about it. There's no excuse for them getting blown out by that team. There's no excuse. Now, if Zion had been there, been different. But for them to lose by 20 points to that team, but you can see what it is. They got a really good team. They don't have that one dog. You have to have
Jokic is not the dog.
No, he's not. He's a nice kid. But you played with a dog before.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, but you played with a dog before.
Yes, I have.
Like, they make you play every single night. Like, they don't come out and get blown out by a bad New Orleans team by 20. There was never a point in that game you're like, they're going to win the game. They got outplayed for 4 quarters. And if a team hadn't won a game, even if they beat you, they should not outplay you for 4 straight quarters.
Yeah, I would disagree with Mike only on the sense of pace, because when you have a young team, you need more opportunities when you have a deep team. So you're trying to get more shots for more guys and more possessions for more guys, so they're into the game, and they don't have nights like this where they're like, well, man, I've been in the game for 3 minutes, guys on the sideline, and I've only got 1 shot. If you're naive enough to think that players don't think like that, then you're wrong. The NBA players think like that, college players, high school, all the way down. So you have to create an atmosphere where they're involved in nights like this, where they might not have the energy level, but they're playing at such a faster pace that would help them.
And let me say one thing, and I'm going to disagree with Mike also, because they got 10 players
that can really play.
And I would say, hey, we ain't going to run no plays. We just going to, like, if we get bogged down in half court, we're going to run through Joker. But those other guys, they're thoroughbreds. We don't run. We just going to outrun people most of the time. And then if we have to go in a half court, that should be the last of his worry. He should have to slow them down. Yeah. And said, hey, no, we need a good shot this time. Let's run our offense through Joker. But pace of play, that should be the least of their problems.
Pelicans had allowed 128 points per game through the first 4. They hold Denver to 107 and beat them by 15. Let me get ready for bed. After the break, we're going to play Who He Played For. Yeah. Who can sleep when Who He Played For is coming up on this show. When we come back for the second time this week, the Hawks and the Heat meet this time in Atlanta. Highlights on the way. With their second win over the Hawks this week, 106-97. Hawks have lost 3 in a row, and these last 2 without Trae Young, who's had games of 38 and 39, and the Atlanta starters tonight had 37.
Wow. As
a group, 106-97, the final. And check out these numbers. The most points in his first 5 NBA games among an undrafted player.
Wow.
112 for Kendrick Nunn.
Anytime we get to mention the great Conor Hawkins,
yeah.
What a great person. Great player, great person.
And look at that last line. The first player overall with 112 points or more in the first 5 since Durant did it in 2007. This is a team, I mean, when you look at the Southeast, I don't know who you think is going to win the Southeast. Orlando won that division last year. This Miami team is
who's
young.
all in the Southeast?
Well, you got Atlanta, you got Washington, you got Charlotte, you got Orlando, Miami.
Miami's the favorite.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah, Miami's the favorite by far. I would say Miami's the favorite. Atlanta's building, Charlotte's building. Orlando is kind of stuck in neutral. But Miami is probably, and just in my opinion, they will be the favorite in that division.
And we heard it discussed tonight on that game. Because you have some veteran presence, but you do have young guys. I mean, you got Jimmy Butler, a veteran who's kind of the face right now.
Yeah, but Adebayo,
yeah.
Harrow, Deion Waiters is going to come back soon, and Olenek. They got the best team in that division.
I agree. I think overall they have the ability to score from multiple places. They have a veteran leader who is fearless at times when he's healthy, and that's Jimmy Butler. To be an elite, to jump into that Philadelphia,
Oh no, they're not
Boston,
They're not in that neighborhood.
They need another player.
No, they still out
veteran player
in the country.
Yeah.
They're not in the